Afghanistan's chance to take the scalp. Oh, swing again. Past the inside edge this time. Harris really struggling at the moment. They're giving him nothing.
It seems like they've gleaned information that how Mohammad Harris goes about the job. They haven't pitched anything within the stumps. They've been aiming to ball outside the off stump, posing a lot of problems for the right-handed batsman. Looks out of sorts at the moment.
Swing this time, but onto the middle of the bat of Mohammad Harris. That will feel better as he whips that away through mid-wicket for 4.
For the first time in this innings, he got the ball pitched within the stumps, and Mohammad Harris was ready for it. Wrist work, got the placement right, and picked up his first boundary of the innings. Should give him a lot of confidence, this one.
Gives himself room and carves it away, but he won't get it far enough. Should be taken, is taken. Azmatullah with a very good catch running back. And Fazil Haq Farooqi has made the first breakthrough for Afghanistan.
Yeah, the left-arm fast bowler Farooqi got penalised for bringing the ball back into the right-handed batsman Harris, but realised the better option is to move the ball away. This time around, shorten the length ever so slightly and move the ball away. Hence, sliced the ball into the air, Mohammad Harris, and it was a very well-judged catch to get rid of Mohammad Harris, who's walking back. After contributing 6 from 11 deliveries, it's 17 for 1.
$17 for 1, really good start from the Afghanistan bowlers. Abdullah Shafiq, strike rate down at 110. Just 4 matches, he was excellent coming back into the PSL. He missed the first 3 games, I think, in the PSL through recovery from injury, and when he came back, he picked up 76, I'm going to guess, in his first game back, and was brilliant.
And he relied on cricketing strokes. Nothing extravagant. Displayed the ball on its merit, just kept on improvising.
A lovely pull shot, short side again. That is lovely control from Saimob.
That stroke was indicative of the fact that how the pace is supposed to be used. Just a short arm jab into the gap and the ball raced away. That was a nice stroke. Just swiveling on his toes and got a very good result. Saim Ayub is impressing.
The one slip in place. I like the aggression. There for that one that just goes away from the left-hander to a wide third. This one should be just a single.
And the reason why Abdullah Shafiq is there, that what happened. Mohammad Harris employing an extravagant stroke. Wasn't pretty at all.
It was very ugly, wasn't it? Your top order player. Look, he's under pressure, I get that, but there are better ways to go about your business than that. It just looked like something I would have played. Batting at 10 and 11 back in the day. Just not Not what you want to see from a top order player. Yes, under pressure, I get it. Assess the situation and assess the conditions. You know, 140, 150 might be a good score here.
I'm with you, Dooley. Now, there is something in this pitch for the bowlers we have seen so far, the fast bowlers. And let me tell you, this is going to offer a lot to the spinners. So 140, that should be the aim. And if you get 10 more, that'll be a bonus.
That's close, very close. I don't think he's hit it. I don't think he's hit it, and it's hitting the top of the stumps for mine. Umpire concurs.
Now, once again, playing from the crease, Abdullah Shafiq. There was no intent whether to go on the front foot or play off the back foot. He has referred it after conferring with his partner, Saim Ayub.
TV umpire to director, we have umpire review for LBW. Original decision is out. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on camera, please? Ball close to the bat. Can we check ultra edge? It's a flat line and ball passes to the bat. No bat involved. Can we go with ball tracking, please? Pitching offside. Impact in line. Umpire call. Bismillah, stay with your original decision. You are on the screen now.
Good start for both umpires. That is a very good decision. Pakistan will keep that review because it was clipping the top of the stumps. But Abdullah Shafiq goes for his third duck in a row in T20s. You've got to go back to 2020 for the other two, but it's 22 for 2. Two down early on inside the power play for Pakistan. Tayyab Tahir. It's the new batter. Afghanistan looking very good in the early stages of this match, bowling a nice tidy line and length.
Yeah, Abdullah Shafiq falter, 2 counts there. Yeah, talking about Tayyab Tahir, he was very impressive in the recently concluded PSL 8. Looks a gutsy player. Played for Karachi Kings. And likes to dominate the bowlers. Tayyab Tahir.
Off the mark, he's called for 2 early. He does well, keeps it to just the 2. End of the 4th, 24 for 2.
Not now.
4 for 2. 2 overs remaining inside the power play. First sign of some slow bowling options, and 3 of them, 3 genuinely good ones too, in this Afghanistan side. Mujib and skipper Rashid, Nabi as well. Right away, just a little bit of movement.
Now, talking about Mujib, he's been off the boil for a while now. He's been leaking runs. Seems like the batters around the world have worked him out. Looks an easy option now. Started off well in this over, 2 dot deliveries.
I just wonder sometimes, when you've got such a bag of tricks, you just use them too often, or try and use them all, rather than just settling in on a nice line and length and bowling one type of delivery and one change up now and then.
It's all about setting up a batsman, isn't it? There's no point bowling too many varieties without any purpose. Optimistic, that one. Now, talking about Afghanistan team, whenever Pakistan is featuring against them, it makes me nervous. It makes me anxious. Now, I try to do different things to take my mind off. If I try reading a book, I just come through the pages, can't really concentrate. But they are on top once again in this game.
Tidy start for Mujib. Just the 2 runs coming from his over. At the end of 5, it is 26 for 2.
First of the 3 T20s right here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And just 1 or more to go in the power play. Pakistan 26 for 2. Just a cautious start. A lot to talk about from where they're coming. The conditions out here are slightly different. Awais alongside me. Awais lost 2, so bound to happen that you are being extra careful as a batting unit, and you want to bat the 20 overs. And this side, Afghanistan, is not an easy opponent to deal in these conditions and ground.
Well, yeah, but you've got to give full credit to the bowling team. I mean, Afghanistan have been outstanding this evening. The ball is swung a little bit. Yes, they've gone for the odd boundary, but I tell you what, they're really up the ante.
What an amazing shot. A boundary that will give him a lot of confidence. Riding on that form that he's had in the domestic season, and then a few games in the league that he just played.
Yeah, beautiful looking shot there. Looks like a young man in form. We're just talking about the Afghanistan bowling. They've been very impressive. The ball has swung, and they have really put the pressure on the Pakistani batsmen.
Such a vibrant unit, this Afghanistan, and they know each and every corner of this ground. I mean, this is their backyard. This is where they play a lot of cricket, have played a lot in the past. Difficult and a tough opponent to beat. And recent times we've seen Pakistan and Afghanistan have had close finishes. It's just that Afghanistan hasn't really been able to cross that finishing line, but sooner or later they will.
Yeah, for sure. I think going back to the Asia Cup, I think there was a game where Afghanistan were on the verge of causing a huge upset. Unfortunately, like you mentioned, they just fell at the last hurdle, losing to Pakistan. Pakistan have never lost a T20 international game except one.
Nicely picked up. There's a fielder there, but he'll clear that easily. One bounce to square leg.
Well, we know it's always a good batting track out here in Sharjah. That is easy pickings for any top order batsman.
There's a lot of power, and then he's got good wrists. Again, talk about when you're in form, you back yourself. First opportunity he got out here, he's going to make sure he grabs it with both hands.
Yeah, and I think when you're in top form, the game is very simple in your mind. You're looking for the ball in your area, and when it comes, you really do tend to put it away. So he really does look a class act, young Tayyab.
Once again, finds the gap on the offside now. His real good work on debut, shining and looking $1 million.
Well, you mentioned he's looking $1 million. He certainly is. For third boundary in this over. What I love about this one is just watch how he opens a face. There. He knows exactly where the gap is. And executes it beautifully. Just a little jab through the offside.
Last two of the power play. Extracted 3 boundaries already. 2 balls to go. That's better way. He's pushing hard. Can be 2. Probably the right call to avoid the second.
Yeah, impressive young man. Looking to get back on strike. Really ran the first one hard. Pakistan got one more delivery left in this power play. So far, would probably say Afghanistan have just probably got the better of this power play so far.
Just come back from the PSL. He knows a thing or two about the Pakistan players. Had a good outing, won the final, played an integral part as that spinner. Oh, he's just exposed this time. That's a shot he loves, but this time he's failed to pick it up. Right through Naveen, and Pakistan lose their third just around the verge of the end of the power play.
Well, would you believe it? There was no need for that, I don't think. I think Pakistan were just consolidating. Just looking to pick up what they can. Unfortunately, young man, Saim, manages to just chop that ball onto the stumps to a very delighted Naveen-ul Haq. As Saim Ayub departs for 17, Pakistan 39 for 3.
The big man walks out. Azam Khan coming in at number 5. And he's also one of those who's had a good outing. 100 in BPL, again 100 there. That's his T20 career. That strike rate, you need that. He's powerful. He can clear any ground in the world.
He certainly can. He is powerful, but very, very talented. I have been following his career so far. Very much talked about young man in the media. Phenomenal talent. I must say, he's got all the shots and more. I would love to see him be successful. There's been some question marks over his fitness. However, he's just saying, let my bat do all the talking.
Power play gets done and the captain comes out. He'll make it tougher in over number 7 to 15. Rashid Khan. Oh, has he got it? Yes, he has. Soft dismissal that. Tayyib Tahir, first up, captain strikes. Pakistan now staring down the barrel with 4 back in the dugout.
Well, well, well. It's Afghanistan all over Pakistan at the moment. That is a huge wicket, one feels. Tayyib, young man, looked in really good form. Unfortunately, Rashid Khan has struck with his first delivery. That's why this man is an absolute genius. As Tayyib Tahir departs for 16, Pakistan 39 for 4.
Imad Wasim comes out to bat with Pakistan 39 for 4. He's had a good outing during the league. He's just played back in Pakistan as an all-rounder, not just the ball, but he's been tremendous with the bat. And Pakistan could use some of that form that he's got.
Yeah, you're right. He needs to be tremendous tonight. Pakistan are in real trouble here. And all Afghanistan. Rashid Khan there. Top of his mark. Got a slip in.
It's so important that Afghanistan graduates, and they need to close this game out. Not allow any pair to score 130 or 40. But you've got 4 down just around the power play. The game's yours. You got to bag it.
Yeah, look, they are getting better and better. The more I watch Afghanistan, here's another look at the wicket. Look at that presence of mind there by Rashid Khan. Watches it all the way in. It's almost a gift for him. As Pakistan very much on the back foot now in this 7th over.
It's an interesting stat. Rashid Khan hasn't bowled a maiden in T20 internationals in the last 6 years. He bowled 2 deliveries there. Nope. Still hasn't.
I was going to say, well, he still hasn't. Look, he really is a class act. I had the pleasure of facing him in a charity game about a year and a half ago, and I did not know what was coming down. I back myself against most spinners. This man is a magician.
Well, it's an interesting matchup here. Azam Khan is supposed to be very good against spin. It's the last ball of this over. And the wrong one. That's the end of a tremendous over. A wicket and just 1 run, 40 for 4. The franchise he leads, they know one way, hit out or get out. Going to replicate that here. probably got a vending machine back home that produces spinners, Afghanistan. I mean, got Mujib, Rashid, there's Noor Ahmed sitting down there. He's not in the 11, he's the left-arm wrist spinner. I mean, amazing.
And not to forget Qais Ahmed. I mean, look, Afghanistan really do, like you mentioned, always do tend to produce these spinners, and they're not orthodox. They're very unorthodox, which makes it that much more tougher for the batsman out there to read what's coming and then execute runs. It really is tough. I tell you what, when your team is 41 for 4, it's not that easy.
Oh, come on. This is not happening. Another soft dismissal. Too much bottom hand on that. He was trying to play it defensively, and he's just handed it over to mid-wicket.
Well. 41 for 5. Azam Khan departs for a 0. Much to the delight of the Afghanistan fans. This place is really going crazy. It was definitely the other one. Probably just held a little bit. The wicket turns his wrist a little bit too soon, Azam Khan. Gulbadin does the rest, much to the joy of Mujib. Well, Azam Khan departs for naught. Pakistan 41 for 5.
Pakistan captain walks out at 7, and it's not looking good. 41 for 5, and just the 8th over. And that's what can happen. They're coming from surfaces where 240 plus being chased regularly. Anything just holding up a little in the surface, just making it a little tougher.
Yeah, a couple of soft dismissals. This one yet again. Batsman just turning his wrist that little bit too soon. We've got a close run here. Tell you what, a direct hit could have been very interesting.
Everything seems to be happening so quickly for Pakistan. They need to give themselves a bit of time. This run, yeah, you're right about that. Just touch and go, isn't it? To talk to each other. You just need 2 batters to get going, to get you a respectable score.
Yeah, like you mentioned, just need a partnership here, Pakistan. But I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Rashid Khan. I love his energy. I love it when he's bowling, but especially when he's captaining. He's in the key positions. He wants to be the man who wants to dominate out in the field, wants to get the run out, wants to lead by example, and he really is an impressive young cricketer. He's got Pakistan up by the ropes, 43 for 5.
And the over with a single. Pakistan 44 for 5 after 8. First of the 3 T20 internationals. It was Pakistan who won the toss and decided to bat first. 44 for 5, Rashid into his second.
Completely turned into the leg side. I'm not sure if the batsman can go after the spinners. There's one thing picking Rashid Khan, albeit he's very tough to read. But there's another thing to attacking. But with the situation as it is, 45 for 5, Pakistan cannot afford to lose yet another wicket. So these two really need to knuckle down and pick up ones and twos, get a partnership going, and see where they're at the end of perhaps the 14th or the 15th over.
And you've got to provide something for your bowlers to bowl at. Keep going till probably the 15th over. You still have 5 in hand. Probably fancy your chances to do something like maybe 130.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what the captain of Pakistan will be thinking. If I can get a partnership with Imad Wasim, get to the 15th over perhaps, pick up ones and twos with the odd boundary. You never know. I tell you what, a better throw could be very tight. Unfortunately, yeah, we are going to go upstairs, have a look, but unfortunately I get a feeling that the throw was a little bit too wide.
It was Shadab's call. Race towards the striker's head.
We have review for run out. Can you give me a best side angle? Batsman behind the line. It's not out. I make my decision, it's not out.
Yeah, the dive saved him, and that underarm throw from Gurbaz. You're right. That's something that you can pull out as a positive. You're not shying away from facing Rashid.
Yeah, for sure. Look, Pakistan have to pick up ones and twos. That's all they can do right now. It's really tough to go after the spinners. This moment in time, 49 for 5. They really are up against it. Neatly turned into the leg side as Pakistan move on to 50 runs at the end of 9 overs.
Mujib has got 2 overs, 1 for 6. Both these spinners all over Pakistan batters. 9 gone. You just need to get used to the pace on that wicket. Just even if you don't want to get used to a certain style, you played 34 games where the ball comes nicely onto the bat and suddenly you find yourself getting
They know exactly what they have to do. Just got to consolidate, tick over, get the game towards the back end, and then see how they can get after the bowling. But at the moment, it's very much ones and twos. That's exactly what they're looking for.
You've got to strike a sensible balance somewhere. Put away the bad ones, find those boundaries if they're available, and then otherwise just keep ticking the ball over and rotate strike.
Well, there aren't any bad ones. They haven't bowled too many bad ones at the moment. They have been on song. And there was that full toss. Perhaps that was a bad one, but they missed out. But it just shows the mentality of the batsman, but they're not looking to score a boundary. You do get into a defensive mode, and you sometimes do miss out on the odd full toss or the odd long hop. A dot ball. As that's 10 overs gone, and we've got a drinks break. Pakistan 51 for 5.
What a fantastic start for Afghanistan in this Beloved Network T20I series presented by Bank Al-Falah. Pakistan, well, just won the toss. That's the only thing that's gone their way. But Amir Sohail with me in the hot seat. How the 5 wickets fall? Let's take a look.
Yeah, poor shot selection, you have to say, and that stroke was bereft of any footwork. Played from the crease and attempting his fate on that occasion, Saim Ayub. That was a nothing stroke from Tayyab. It wasn't a great debut for him. Just turning, rolling his wrist a bit too early. Azam Khan scooped the ball into the air, in the air, I should say. And it was an easy catch, and that's why, because of those 5 wickets, this innings of Pakistan has stalled, never got going. They need a partnership. They need these two batters to employ their experience to get Pakistan out of this arduous situation.
Absolutely, they're on a spot about the birthday boy, Omar Zai. That ball clipped away. It'll be another single, you know. I mean, what's worrisome for Pakistan is that you had only 2 batters get into double digits. Just Saim Ayub getting 17 and then 16 for Tayyab Tahir. But Imad Wasim's had a great PSL 2023, 10 matches, over 400 runs. Look at that strike rate. Till the time he's there at the crease, Pakistan would think they're still in with the chance to get a respectable score on the board.
Now, what is more impressive rather than the strike rate is the average, which is beyond 40. He always had the talent with the bat. Finally, became consistent with the bat. Very impressive in that PSL. He's on the money, Omar Zai. He's a much more improved bowler. You give him the new ball, he'll swing the ball for you. You give him the older ball, he becomes stickler for accuracy. Very impressive, this young fast bowler, Omar Zai.
He's done the job well. It's into his 3rd over, 1 for 15. Little short, picked up early. Hasn't got hold of it though. And it will be a couple of runs there for the captain, Shadab Khan. Didn't really get hold of it.
Yeah, after sighting that length, he got excited, Shadab. Just went with the stroke a bit too early. That's why he wasn't in control. But still, good enough to pick up 2 runs.
Again, a little short, this time outside off. Last couple of deliveries is the first time that we've actually seen Omar Zai miss the length.
Yeah, he was looking to pitch the ball up to the batters with the new ball. Now he's just looking to bowl back of the length. And this pitch requires something else from a fast bowler, especially with the older ball.
Played that late, did Imad. Just gets that single, but again, there was a hint of a feeling that the ball didn't bounce as much as he expected it to.
Yeah, but by bowling that length, he's offering a lot of time for the batsman to move and rock off on the back foot and work the ball into the gaps. And that's what these 2 batters need to do till the 15th over. Keep on rotating the strike. Keep on looking for an odd boundary. Just forge a partnership.
Again, just tried to vary the pace there on that previous delivery. Worked away, just a single, and that will end the over. 11 gone, 57 for 5. Now we've had some close games between Pakistan and Afghanistan in recent years. We look back at that most recent one being the Asia Cup T20 game. Pakistan winning with just 4 balls remaining.
cliffhangers those games were. Makes you nervous, doesn't it? Whenever Pakistan is featuring against Afghanistan. And those games are closely contested. Mohammad Nabi, a very experienced cricketer, a utility cricketer, one should say, and making a comeback.
As the former captain as well of the Afghanistan side, Mohammad Nabi, very, very experienced campaigner. This is a fantastic start for Afghanistan. Just thinking about it from the other perspective, they've got Pakistan on the ropes here. 5 down, 58 only on the board. They'd be hoping, can we get them all out, or can we restrict them to under 100? If another wicket were to fall here, this could be troubled times for Pakistan. Oh!
Well, after witnessing that delivery, more than 100, is going to be ultra demanding from the Pakistani batters.
You know what? When I asked that question, Amir Sohail had a little quizzical look about him, and then Mohammad Nabi bowls that delivery, and the expression changed. Great fielding effort there. Gulbuddin Naib at first slip. Well, Mohammad Nabi's thinking, did that carry? He's got a different question to ask.
Well, certainly these Afghanistani players have raised their game. Look at that effort. Look at the anticipation.
This is clever bowling. With the kind of field that he's set as well, he's enticing them to play the drive.
Yeah, he's a wily campaigner, isn't it? Mohammad Nabi is tempting the batsman with that slight flight and getting the ball to turn.
Just to put things into perspective, over 6 overs have gone by since Pakistan has struck a boundary. And look at that previous delivery. Pushed in quicker, but it gripped and turned and kept a little low as well. And that just puts a little more doubt in the batsman's mind. Oh, he's looking for a non-existent single there. But they might get the run off the overthrow. And that overthrows come off the deflection from the stumps. So a lot of times they say direct hit gets you wickets. Here it got them a single.
12 overs done. It's 60 for 5.
Just wondering if Jonathan Trott were to have been asked that in this match, if 12 overs gone, you'd have Pakistan at 60 for 5. Would you take anything else? I wonder what his response would have been.
You don't have to guess.
Well, I just get a feeling he'd say, it doesn't matter what the score is after 12 overs. You tell me that Afghanistan won the match, that's what I'd want. Could this be another wicket? It will be! That's a great catch in the outfield! Brilliant catch by Omar Zai, and Mujib gets another one.
What a catch. What a catch from Omar Zai. Judged it to perfection, and the slide at the last moment made it prettier. And it's a huge wicket. Captain of Pakistan, Shadab Khan, is being dismissed. Tried to create a bit of room to be able to hit the ball into the gap. Wasn't able to middle it. Finding the fielder and the joy as opposed to despair. It's 60 for 6.
29-year-old Fahim Ashraf walks out into the middle. 43 matches in his T20I career. Best of 31. He's got 259 runs, but the average needs a lot of working upon. Just over 11. But he's come out at a crucial juncture as the comeback man.
They're never easy to find yourself in this situation when you're making a comeback. But he knows how to handle the pressure. It's a familiar situation for Fahim Ashraf. He bailed out his side in PSL so many times from those arduous situations.
Just a hint of an appeal, but I think very proactive captaincy by Rashid Khan. He got Mujib back for that over, his final over, remember, for Mujib, and he's broken that crucial partnership, cut the Pakistan skipper out back in the hut. Look at those bowling figures, 2 wickets for just 7 runs in 3.3 overs.
Yeah, not only Najib will be happy with his effort, his captain will be proud. He's been leaking runs of late, Mujib, but in this match he bowled with a lot of control and he wasn't afraid to fly the ball in order to pick such wickets.
That will be close. Yes, the umpire says that is out. Concurs with the bowler's appeal. Will they go for a review here? Will Pakistan? Yes, the review's been taken. They've taken the review here, but this looks really close.
Yeah, he wasn't lunging forward. He played half-cocked.
TV umpire to director. Review for LBW. Original decision out. It's a fair delivery. Can we go with front on camera, please? Ball close to the bat. Can we check ultra edge, please? Flat line when ball passes to the bat. No batting ball. Can we go with ball tracking, please? Yeah. This ball tracking is loading now. Ball tracking is loading now. Ball tracking is loading. Ball tracking is loading now. Pitching in line, impact outside off. Wicket missing. Pucked in. You can change your decision. You can change your decision.
What a good review to take for Pakistan at a very crucial juncture.
Now, with the naked eye, it looked out. But a good review from Fahim Ashraf, but it was good bowling from Mujib. That left-handed batsman playing for the leg spinner turned out to be a wrong gun. Had the batsman in wiggled. That's good.
Mujib just says the umpire, if I've got to bowl the next one, you've got to give me the ball. Well, that's played well. There's the fielder in the deep, just a single, and that will end a wicket taking over. And Mujibur Rahman's spell as well. He's bowled out his 4 overs, 2 for 9, and Pakistan 63 for 6.
What an effort from Mujib. It was economical at the same time, so threatening. Picked up 2 wickets. Way ahead in this game, Afghanistan.
Almost every bowler picking up wickets, barring Mohammad Nabi, who's just bowled that 1 over. It was very economical. It was only Naveenul Haq's 1 over that went for 13. Take that 1 over out. Again, the Afghan bowlers have been spot on, and this one was the quicker one, rushed on through after pitching.
And that's what you get from Mohammad Nabi, variations. Will have the batsman guessing.
To the time Fahim Ashraf's there at the crease, Pakistan would still harbour hopes of getting a decent score on the board. And having said decent score, I mean, what's your thought? What's a good score on this wicket given the conditions right now?
From this situation, 120 would suffice. But for that, these two need to play so well. They need to keep on finding a boundary every over to be able to get there. The boundary's been elusive the last 8 overs.
Yes, absolutely. 47 deliveries have gone by since the boundary's been struck. It's more of a battle for survival.
Oh, lovely, boys, come on.
He's just pushing the ball through quicker. Look at the speed.
Lovely, boys.
Around 93, the previous delivery. The one before that was 96.
And he's bowling with the right trajectory.
That's
in the air, taken. Another soft dismissal this time around. His name Ashraf.
Big wicket, big wicket. And just as I read the bowling card before the start of this over, I said Mohammad Nabi is the only bowler who hasn't picked up a wicket so far. He comes up with one. Just stopping a little, cocking up a little more than what Ashraf was expecting it to. And it's a dolly of a catch for Rashid Khan. He takes it with glee, and why not? Another wicket goes down. 65 for 7, Pakistan. The innings is tottering. And Ashraf, he's gone for 2.
65 for 7.
Naseem Shah walks out into the middle, a youngster, a 20-year-old. He's got a job on his hands. I like the way he's walked out. The body language different. You come out to bat without a helmet. End of the over. A wicket-taking one for Mohammad Nabi. It's 65 for 7. Captain decides to bring himself on. He doesn't want to let the tail wag here. I think he's been very, very proactive with his captaincy as Rashid Khan.
A clever bowling once again from Mohammad Nabi. Lowered his arm. Had the batsman thinking that the ball is going to come with the arm, but it held in the surface and he scooped the ball in the air for Rashid Khan to grab that easy catch. And he's not going to hold back. Naseem Shah, he was the hero. Remember that Asia Cup when Pakistan was down and out in that game against Afghanistan? Who would forget those 2 sixes of Farooqi? Those sixes were the reason Pakistan was able to win that game against Afghanistan.
They got an overthrow here where there shouldn't have been a run. They finally conceded one. Look at the kind of body language that he's walked out to bat with Naseem Shah. He's doffed the helmet. He said, okay, spinners in operation. I don't need the helmet here. I'll go out there and show who's boss. One turn, and I don't think he read the wrong one.
Now, the reason why he survived, he played the ball late. And he wasn't able to pick that wrong gun. Just because he was committed on the back foot, managed it.
Well, he gets a few runs here. There'll probably be a maker's label on the bat as well.
That's
Comes down the track again. Not to the pitch of the ball, and again, he's very fortunate. He did sky it.
Yeah, he's willing to take few risks. Naseem Shah, in order to bring some respectability to the total. End of the 15. Pakistan in a dire strait, 70 for 7.
Outside of Naveen going for 13 runs in his over. Did take a wicket. The rest of those bowling figures looked impressive. Afghanistan all over Pakistan here at the moment. Oh, Shah alongside me.
Well, they certainly are. It really has been one-sided affair. Pakistan won the toss, elected to bat. However, Afghanistan have found themselves in front of a wicket that's just a little bit sticky and has really helped their spinners to spin a web around the Pakistani batsmen, and that's why they find themselves 7 down in only the 16th over of this T20 international.
Hold him. Is it? No, it hasn't. I thought it had gone straight through. Oh, I thought it had gone straight through and hit the leg stump there for a moment.
Yeah, the sound effect as if like the leg stump was pegged back, wasn't it? However, it was missed everything. Missed the batsman, missed the stumps, and oh, keeper missed it as well. Would you believe it?
Yeah, the surface itself, when I look down the ground, the ones to the right as we look straight down the ground are very dark. And the ones that we're playing on are lighter colour. You look at the ones to the right, they're a darker colour. When we came here for the ILT20, played slightly better. This is terrible. I think he's hit his own stumps here, has Naseem Shah. And that will go down to Mohammad Nabi, and it is out, hit wicket.
Well, a bit of a gift, that, really. I don't think he can quite believe what's happened. Well, they're very much happy to see the back of him. I think Nabi firing it in because he knew Naseem Shah, was looking only one thing, and there you go. Swings himself off his feet and knocks the bells down in the process. As Pakistan lose their 8th wicket, Naseem Shah departs for 2, as Pakistan are 71 for 8.
Zaman Khan is the new man at the crease. I think it might have been a race actually between him and Isanullah, who got out there first, was number 10. This was the average innings from Naseem Shah, to say the least. But it's certainly turning and bouncing. It's not easy. Not easy for Zaman. Oh, who said? Who said? Straight down the ground for 6. Saves Pakistan's worst ever score in T20 cricket. 77 for 8 at the end of 16.
Well, it was in the slot, and Zaman has obliged. Thank you very much. We'll have 6 of those.
For 8 now. Zaman Khan's first scoring shot in international cricket is half a dozen down the ground. Rashid's got 1 left. I think Imad has to start playing some shots. It looks like he's going to.
Oh, well, I tell you what, a good throw at the non-striker's end, and that could have been very interesting. I was just going to ask you, Simon, what would you do if you were in Imad Wasim's shoes? How do you play the next 3 overs and 5 balls? How do you go about it?
I think if it's anywhere near his zone, he's just got to go. I don't know that 90 is going to be enough. 120 could be. How do they get there?
Yeah, if he's going to try and get 120, he really does have to go for it. Certainly, perhaps once Rashid Khan has finished his spell, he's in his 4th over, so perhaps when the seamers come back on to bowl perhaps 1 or 2 overs, Mujib's bowled out. This is going to be Rashid Khan's last over. Interesting to see what Rashid Khan does. However, this could be the end of Imad Wasim, and it's not! Would you believe it? Young Farooqi has dropped an absolute sitter.
Oh my word. My word, Fazilhaq Farooqi just wants a hole in the ground at the moment. Good wrong and floated a bit higher. Imad took the bait.
Yeah, he tried to catch it way too low. And it's probably the first mistake, I would say, tonight by Afghanistan. That stands out for me. Apart from that, they've been outstanding.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, haven't they? Rashid's got 1 ball left, so just one more look. He just didn't get in a great position in the end. So Zaman Khan has got 1 ball to survive Rashid. I think it's odds on to be the wrong and coming back in. Yeah, he picks it out towards the man, but just 1 bounce to Naveen-ul-Haq. No run either, because I think Imad wants the strike. He'll keep it. 3 to go, 80 for 8.
that was the last ball of the last over. Imad Wasim turns down a single. We were talking about how should Imad Wasim, the senior batsman, how should he be going about it? Well, this is what he's decided. What he's saying is he's going to face as many balls as he can. And with the seamer now on Simon Dool, I think we're going to see some fireworks.
Well, he was pretty much the lone ranger for the Karachi Kings, was Imad. He batted beautifully, under all sorts of responsibility. That's a good Yorker, though, to start from Fazil Haq Faruqi.
Yeah, look, with 3 overs left, I think what I want to probably see from Imad is turn down probably all the singles at the moment and try and get as many boundaries as he can. As soon as the bowler misses his slot, he's got to surely go out of the park.
Yeah, 2 boundaries in over is actually not a bad result. 3's great. Oh, that might be too wide, is it? Too high? No, it's away with it. It's away with it.
Well, that was interesting. Certainly, I thought it was outside the batsman's reach. He did have a full swing at it. Perhaps have another look here.
Brave delivery, though, with 3rd up inside the circle. Only man on that offside is at backward point. So really brave delivery. Again, just cramping him for room. We're going to take one, no.
Yeah, they're turning down the singles. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. If Pakistan are, like you mentioned earlier, 120, possibly could win a game, well, Imad Wasim really has to go gung-ho out here and really get after the bowling. The only way to do that is trying to get as many boundaries as he can.
Terrific so far from Faruqi. Can't get it through the offside again. So 4 dots in this over so far.
Yeah, you mentioned the wicket earlier, didn't you? That certainly seems a bit of a sticky wicket. The ball's not coming on. Have a little look here. Afghanistan, very passionate and plenty to cheer about tonight. They really are ahead of the game so far. Still got a couple overs left in this innings. However, this man in your screen has got to be very proud of his men.
Bowled in. It's been a brilliant over from Faruqi, and he's picked up the last chance perhaps that Pakistan had of posting some sort of total.
Yeah, Faruqi very pleased with himself. He knew he messed up by dropping that catch in that last over. Knew it was Imad Wasim, the dangerous Imad Wasim. Well, he has sent him back to the pavilion. Very good bowling there by Faruqi. Picks up his 2nd wicket. Wasim departs for 18 and Pakistan 80 for 9.